scene 10, which has Monsieur le Président, who will be played by Spud, who may make it, who's going to try to make it, and Sergeant Fromage, played by, what's her name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Valerie?
Valerie, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yep, thanks. Thanks, Don. Yeah, you're forgiven.
All right, take it away, Sergeant Fromage.
Sir, Monsieur le Président.
Ouais, Sergeant Fromage, entrez, entrez, s'il vous plaît.
I've brought you your mail, sir.
Ah, merci. Has anyone declared war on us?
I don't know, sir.
Have we declared war on anyone?
I haven't opened your mail, sir.
What? Then I must look at all of these myself. Wait, here's one for you, Sergeant.
For me? But why?
At the envelope, that's the street address of the official presidential residence, but under your name.
It is from Friday's Island.
You mean Boggy Marsh Swamp Island? That speck of land off the coast of Nova Scotia that calls itself a country?
Yes, sir. I tend to think of it as Sergeant Friday's Island because, well...
You sergeants stick together tightly.
Don't be naughty, sir.
What does he say?
It's a personal letter, sir.
I could commandeer it as evidence of collusion with a foreign power.
Stretching it a bit to call that speck of land a power, isn't it?
I am Monsieur le Président, and I say it is a power.
Oi, you are president of a... I'm sorry?
We.
Oui?
Yes.
Oui. You are president of a speck of land off the coast of Newfoundland that calls itself a country.
C'est vrai. You may give me a censored version of the letter.
Well, Sergeant Friday says he hopes that hopes we were all well. Skip that. That is funny.
What?
He says that if we invade them again, he and I will both desert.
We shall not invade them again.
Not one of your better ideas, sir.
What else does he say?
Harvey and Photon had twins. Screaming Catheter got a new tongue depressor. What? Aminadab is learning to play the bugle?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Are we starting at 80?
80, yes.
Okay.
All right. J. Paul, if you'll read Sergeant Friday, and Ginger, if you'll read Dixie.
Okay.
And we can start. Whenever you're ready, J. Paul.
No other letters, Ishmael?
Sergeant Friday. It has only been 3 days since you sent your letter to St. Pierre. It hasn't even gotten to them yet.
How's Mom, Ishmael?
Mom's fine, Pat. Why don't you write her or call her?
Never could figure out the code for calling, but from Boggy Marsh Swamp Island to the U.S.
Captain Pat, you just punch in the number you were given. You don't have to look up any codes.
So, how do you like being Secretary of Defense for the island, brother?
It's boring. The Major won't let me buy any airplanes. I almost wish St. Pierre would invade us again.
Where's the Major?
She and Kinky and Photon went to Newfoundland on vacation.
Are you all right? You keep rubbing your eyes and grimacing, more than usual.
Had a headache since yesterday morning.
Sorry, I had a gap. You should probably see Screaming Catheter.
That witch doctor.
Medicine man, not witch doctor. After all, he's the only medical practitioner we have here on the island.
No, I'm going to declare war on Aminadab and his bugle.
Ish!
Six!
I've just been talking to Doctor Who. She's found a way to almost double our production of rhubarb oil.
Terrific! She's a genius.
Fine, but what if these super rhubarbs suck all the nutrients out of the ground and our rutabagas die? What if they use up all the oxygen and we suffocate?
Plants don't use oxygen, they produce it.
I think we're lucky to have her here.
As long as she doesn't turn into another mad scientist like that guy who had the lab before her.
Is that her real name?
Is that whose real name?
Yes, is that whose real name?
Is what whose real name?
I can't say if it's what or that if I don't know who it is.
Really, guys? Ish. Her name is Alice Hu. That's spelled H-O-O. She's part Chinese or something. Maybe Mongolian.
If we had a baseball team.
Please.
Okay, I'm putting baseballs, bats, and gloves down for the next trip out.
And more toilet paper.
I just brought you 20 cases. What have you people been eating?
Someone's been pilfering supplies from the storeroom.
Toilet paper?
Food and other stuff as well, but lots of toilet paper. Tons of toilet paper.
Was the storeroom locked?
No, we've never needed to lock it before.
Add lock to your list.
What are they doing with all that toilet paper?
Scene 90, that's Harvey and Aminadab. That's cool. We actually have all the cast members for this one. Okay, go ahead. Okay, Paula.
You can stop now, Aminadab.
All right, I'm coming down. Crash. Well, why didn't you catch me?
There'd be no sense in both of us getting hurt.
Scene 100, that is Ishmael and Doctor Who.
Well, I think I'll make some more of that tanning lotion that everyone loves so much.
A lot of business, a lot of business. She puts on the cape. She's got a weird look in her eye. Hey, Doctor Who, I brought your supplies from the boat. Hey, are you all right?
I am more than all right. I am godlike.
Oh, okay then. If I can get you to sign.
You are dismissed. Leave my presence.
I could get Screaming Catheter to stop by.
Out! Do you think I have time to waste on such as you? When I need an experimental subject, I will summon you. Now get out!
Okay, I'll just leave these here then. I'll leave the door open. You look like you could use some air. Scene 110.
There are people in the swamp.
Non-dairy creamer, do we really have to go through this again? There's no law against people being in the swamp.
It's part of our territory.
We don't have a territory anymore. We're citizens of Boggy Marsh Swamp Island, which includes the swamp along with all the rest of the island.
Look, Dances with Asparagus, we didn't stop being the Micmac nation just because we agreed to be part of this absurd island colony.
Actually, we did, or nation part of that anyway. We're Screaming Catheter.
At the clinic, there have been several more cases of that weird flu.
Hello, Doctor Who.
Hello.
Hey, do you know anything about those people in the swamp?
One of them looked like that horrible former U.S. President, Disaster You Grope.
I take experimental subjects and minions. I will go to the swamp.
What's with you? You look creepy.
Why did you tell her she looks creepy?
You don't think she doesn't? That's Carlosi's cape she was wearing. Carlosi, the mad scientist who had that lab before her?
Curious.
I have a headache.
Swamp. This is Gonorilla, Rigor, and Grope. Let's see.
Thank
And
you.
this is 120.
120, yes.
Yep. Good morning, sister.
Bite my bananas, sister.
I went shopping last night.
What did you get?
Milk, bread, beanie weenie, Spam, Doritos, a turkey, napkins, and condoms.
What did you get condoms for?
I don't know. Nostalgia, maybe. I got 3 cases of toilet paper, too.
Will that last you the entire week? darling Rigor?
It's for Daddy, my dearest Gonorilla. More, 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 he yells. I tell him I can only take so much at a time, or even these cretins here will suspect something.
Where's the turkey?
I'll get it. I'm getting both the drumsticks.
I want one of the drumsticks.
No, I'm getting them both.
Why do you think you're getting them both, sister dear?
Because I stole the bird, because I know where it is, because I'm carving it. I have the knife.
I have this.
Good morning, daughters. Let's check in.
Oh, Daddy.
Do we really have to do this today?
You're not about to become disloyal, are you, Rigor? I will not tolerate disloyalty.
Dad, it's just that we keep wondering why we are here.
We're here on this island because an island is land surrounded by ocean. And we don't want to be in the ocean because it's tremendously wet from the standpoint of water, and because I'm the rightful president of this island, cheated out of the office by democratic election fraud, and too many people, lots of people, who don't like me getting to vote. Also uranium.
Uranium?
You know what uranium is, right? It's the thing called nuclear weapons, and other things, like lots of things are done with uranium, including bad things. There's uranium here.
Why do you think there's uranium here?
Someone I really trust called my office and said so. Trust is everything. I can't make this island the greatest island in the history of the world if people don't trust me. Like, I hire only the best people, but sometimes they stop trusting me and say things I don't like and do things I don't like and aren't loyal to me anymore, so they quit or I fire them. And then, of course, they're the stupider, most corrupt, most incompetent people who ever lived, because that's why I have this check-in session every morning. Loyalty.
You really think ego stroking is the same thing as loyalty?
I better not have any idea what you're talking about.
Come on, sister. Let's get it over with.
Alvin goes first because he was nicest to me yesterday. Disastered you, Grope, is the greatest leader in the history of the world. Thank you, Alvin. Now, Mr. Bear. You are the nicest, smartest, kindest person who ever lived, and everyone loves you. Wow, that's really great to hear. Your turn, Betsy. I will bite anyone who doesn't like you. Now that's loyalty. Rigor?
You're a great dad, and I love you.
Gonorilla?
How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, could have shown a little more enthusiasm, but that's okay.
I'm getting both drumsticks.
Don't let Daddy see the turkey.
Scene 125. Most admitted patient 23. Clinic is full. Have had to start bedding patients down outside. Primary symptoms: headache, fever, sore throat, and itching and burning eyes. The last named symptom becoming progressively worse over time. Patient 1 has ceased moaning and become very quiet. I shall check on him. Oh, he's writing all this down. So he goes to the patient. He's got his back to him. The patient is still moving, so he's alive. So he takes him by the shoulder. How are you feeling, Lavash? And the patient turns toward him, and we don't see the face at this point. But screaming catheter screams, gags, turns away, goes back to his desk, very shaken, and resumes writing. I've initiated administration of sedative as part of treatment regimen. Then he pulls a bottle of whiskey out of his desk and starts chugging it. Scene 130. They're in Doctor Who's lab after she's gone nuts and left.
They're gone.
What are?
Those cultures. Just before she went all nutso, Doctor Who let it drop that certain particular cell cultures were very dangerous. She insisted, however, that they'd be perfectly safe as long as they were kept here in the laboratory.
Where'd they go? What happened to them?
Doctor Who must have taken them.
But why? What's she going to do with them?
In her present state, she might well do anything.
This is not a good thing.
What sort of cultures were they?
One was a culture of gene-modified tongue cells, and the other was some sort of plant-animal hybrid. She said that they were no danger in the lab because she only gave them just enough nutritions to survive. But if they got loose, they could absorb enough nutritions from the air and the soil to proliferate.
That's close enough.
Okay.
Not your character anymore.
Proliferate.
Huh?
Oh, I'm
What's
sorry.
a bunch of tongue cells going to proliferate into? A giant tongue?
140. Action.
You are the one who calls himself president?
You are who?
Doctor Who.
Of course you are.
Just like he's the president of anything anymore.
I have come to enlist you in my cause and to sell you biological weapons.
Have you got any biological weapons?
Of course, within my single brain reside of the knowledge and the genius of the two most brilliant biologists that have ever lived.
No wonder you look like you've got a migraine.
Be careful, all those brains don't start coming out your nose.
I will demonstrate what I am capable of.
She releases the jars with the goop in them.
Whoa!
That goopy stuff slithered away.
What was that shit?
Cell cultures, I developed small now. But they will absorb nutrients from the air and soil for now and grow very quickly, soon becoming large enough to threaten all the inhabitants of this island.
One of them looked like a tongue.
It is a tongue.
Scene 150.
So what the heck is there to do in Labrador?
I don't know. Eskimos. Have they got Eskimos in Labrador?
It's where the dogs come from.
Why did Kiki say she wanted to go to Labrador?
He didn't give no reason. Just said she and Photon and the Major were going.
Maybe she just wants to live it up a little before you two get married.
In Labrador?
Are you and Kinky going to get married, Aminadab?
40, I hope not. I mean, I loves Kiki and all, but God.
Studies suggest that men who have reached the age of 40 without ever having been married make poor husbands.
Well, I know that's true. It's astounding how many can live alone for 20 years and never suspect that they don't know how to load a dishwasher.
Maybe the women didn't go to Labrador. Maybe they just wanted us to think they were in Labrador.
And why would they do that, Harvey?
It's hard to contact people in Labrador.
As usual, Harvey, your thoughts proliferate far beyond those of the rest of us. I don't feel well. My eyes are burning. I think I'll go down to the clinic.
A lot of people getting sick. I hope they don't run out of supplies. What with someone stealing from the stock room and all?
Stealing from the stock room? Probably those people in the swamp.
People in the swamp?
Yeah, non-dairy creamer saw them, and she's having a cow. Nobody knows who they are.
155, Harvey and Aminadab. It's Grope!
I thought he was dead.
I thought the Major made him go away.
Is that Doctor Who?
What's she doing down there? And 160.
How do you like my pets? My little things? My Tungazilla and my Bananaconda.
Can you control them?
They are my creations. They do my bidding.
How can a tongue by itself survive without heart or lungs or other organs?
And what of chloroplasts and mitochondria? Did they not roam freely before being assimilated by ancient
Stereo.
prokaryotes?
What is she talking about?
It sounds like she's saying that once upon a time, tongues flopped around in the dirt, and animals didn't have tongues until they picked them up off the ground and put them in their mouths.
That's horse hockey. I know all about this stuff. All about the doctors and scientists are amazed at how much I know about. I don't read about stuff. I'm so smart. I go on my hunches, on what my gut tells me. Don't listen to these so-called experts. Castor oil and Bonami will cure anything.
That was that used to be a cleanser.
Ah.
Well, yeah, a long time ago. Yeah.
So, Dr. Hunchgut, what is your hypothesis concerning the origins of chloroplasts and mitochondria in eukaryotic cells?
All right. And 162 it follows directly on that one, except the point of view will be on the hill overlooking the swamp where Grope and his daughters are. So let's just continue.
That's a nasty question. I don't like you. The whole thing is a Democratic hoax.
Something moving in the trees behind Doctor Who. Something big.
Two big things.
What are they, Aminadab?
Gonarella and Rigor sneak up behind them, and Rigor says,
Come on down and get a closer look at our big things, boys.
double entendre there. Okay. 168. Doctor Who, what are you doing here with these people? What are those things?
Looks like a giant tongue and a cross between a banana tree and a snake.
Oh, Lordy, I hate them. Doctor Who, please go tell Dixie Weevil we need help.
Silence! The two of you will soon be returned to your rightful status in research subjects in my laboratory. In the meantime, I have business to discuss with this politician here. Come.
For mercy's sake, take them things away. I hate them. I hate them.
You don't like to look at these marvelous creatures? Maybe I can help you out. Oh, look at this. One of them came out.
Just one?
The other one's just hanging. I'll get it too.
This one's got snap fasteners. Okay, let me read that line again. This one's got snap fasteners on his neck.
I can take my head off.
If JC were here, he'd say, that's easy for you to say. All right. Go ahead.
Okay.
Read it, Paul.
Huh?
Read your line again.
Oh, I can take my head off.
Ah! She removes Hardy's. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a stage direction. Sorry.
What shall I do with these?
This one grows strangely silent. His lips move, but no sound comes out.
Wish this one would grow silent. He's making enough noise for them both. Oh, don't be such a baby.
Hey, we were just having a little fun.
They were spying on us.
Put them back.
Excuse me?
Who are you?
I'm the witch.
Daddy never said there was a witch here.
Oh, your father knows me, all right. The last time we met, I seen him running through these woods, tail between his legs, like a scoundrel pup with all the hounds of the hell on his heels. You're the two spawn of the privilege that have been killing my toes.
We don't like them, but sometimes there's nothing else to eat.
Sort of like them a little.
Put them back.
Put what back?
Aminadab's eyes and Harvey's head.
Huh?
Maybe we will, maybe we...
Okay, what's going on here is the witch is casting a spell. The two sisters are, their first reaction to this order from the witch is F you, but then she puts a spell. Gonorilla is the first to feel the effects. And then Rigor says, Gonorilla, what are you? And then she feels the effect and starts doing what the witch told her. Okay. Continue.
I'm sorry, what?
Continue.
Okay. Rigor, what are you? Okay. You do the eyes, I'll get the head. I think I remember where the snaps are.
Cut them loose and leave us.
We were just having a little. I'm sorry. Somebody say something.
Oh, I just said I cut the ropes.
Oh, okay. Okay. We were just having a little fun.
I still can't see.
Both of you get to the clinic. Aminadab's going to need some medical attention. I don't have time to fool with you two anymore now. Doctor Who needs me. Go.
Okay, the rest of that is just The Witch and Doctor Who. So we'll skip that. And go to 170. Dances with Asparagus and Screaming Catheter. Okay. Take it away, Dances.
Where's Screaming Catheter? Non-dairy creamer? Is that you?
And this is where we see what's under the blanket. Oh. You see what we're up against. Believe me, I lived up to my name the first time I saw that. Headache, sore throat, fever, eyes burning and itching. Yeah, have a sedative. I'll get you a blanket. And 180, Aminadab, Harvey, and no-nos. Stefanik, you'll read no-nos.
Okay, no-nos.
Oh, me eyes, they hurt.
They don't look too good either.
Where are we, Harvey?
At the edge of the swamp where the larch grows. I called Dixie Weevil. She's sending someone to help.
Why does your voice sound so funny?
They put my head on backwards.
What?
Something to do with how the air goes from my lungs through my throat.
Well, why can't I see anything but this gray blob?
They put your eyes in backward too.
Well, you mean all this time I've been looking at my own brain?
Or something.
Or something?
It's No-Nose, the blind hermit.
Harvey, Aminadab, Dixie Weevil sent me. What's the problem?
You? What to send you for?
Because Batman wasn't available, I suppose. The more pertinent question from my point of view is why I agreed to come.
Those horrid people in the swamp tied us up and pulled Aminadab's eyes out and took my head off.
How unpleasant. Have some wine.
Then Harvey made them put Aminadab's eyes back in, but they put them in backwards.
What were you doing in the swamp?
Well, that's the blatant question of the day, ain't it, mate?
We went to see who those people were.
And who were they?
Grope and two nasty, mean women. The Witch and Doctor Who were there too.
The Witch and Doctor Who. Someone needs to know about that. Someone besides me, that is. There may be some connection between that and everyone getting sick and those monsters running loose.
The monsters were there too.
Harvey, have you got your head on backward?
Yes.
Well, let's get both of you to the clinic. I doubt that Screaming Catheter can do anything for you, but perhaps we could recommend an acupuncturist. This would really seem to be more in Doctor Who's line, but she seems to be both unavailable and not very reliable at the moment.
And how's we going to get to the clinic? You're blind and I can't see, and Harvey can only see where he's been, not where he's going.
I've told you I'm only blind in one eye. Come.
190, Gonorilla and Rigor. Which lady hasn't read anything in a while? All right, a volunteer. First one to say, I'll do it.
Okay, my apologies. I had to get up for a second. What scene are we on?
Scene 190, I need a volunteer to read Gonorilla.
I'll do it. I've been reading her. So.
All right. Very good. And action.
Okay. You really sucked candle water in the little
Canal water.
canal. Sorry. You really said canal water in the little exchange? My darling sister.
Shut up, gonads, or I'll cut you.
I'm in no mood to take any baloney from you right now.
Baloney.
Baloney. Sorry, guys.
No problem. No problem.
Take this then.
Goneril
Put
pulled
that-
it. Go ahead.
Put that dildo away before you hurt yourself.
Ash, you are going to be so great as Rigor. I can't wait.
Oh, I'm excited.
I can't wait to film that. You are going to be, it's going to be great.
It feels so terrible because like I just have so many
Well, it's
mispronunciations.
not your character. I mean, it's not your character, so that's all right. All right, scene 195. That's Connie and Spud, who isn't here, and Valerie. Oh, that's good. So I'll read the president this time. Wait a minute. No, yeah, right. We don't have the president yet. All right. And Connie, you have the first line.
I do not understand the obsession with body fluids in this film.
I believe the director is Italian and arachnid.
Sir.
At ease. And what do you think you are doing, Sergeant?
Telegram for Monsieur le Président, sir.
Take it easy, General.
Are you in the habit of allowing sergeants to burst in on you unrestrained?
Don't worry, General. You may burst on me unrestrained too, if you like. It is from Boggy Moss Swamp Island. We are having a dire medical and environmental catastrophe. And monsters? Scene 200. Screaming catheter, Harvey and Aminadab. Okay. Well, I can fix your head, Harvey, no problem. Tom left instructions on how to put it back on correctly if necessary. However, I had no idea what to do about your eyes, Aminadab. And lordy, lordy, lordy. Do not despair. Dixie and Ishmael have headed for the mainland to try to get help. How long until he gets back? They haven't even gotten there, as far as I know. Last radio message said they were halfway there, but the engine quit. They thought they might be sinking, but decided they weren't. Then the radio quit working. Oh, lordy. They were out of whiskey, too. Where is No-Nose? Had a headache, a fever, a sore throat, and facial kicks. By now I know what the outcome of those symptoms is. I gave him a blanket and I was going to sedate him, but it seems he was already sedated. He'll be blind soon.
He's already blind.
He'll be blinder. He is sleeping now, about to enter the terminal stage of the disease. Terminal! I only meant the latest stage of the disease that has been observed. No one has yet died of the illness. Although without equipment for intravenous feeding, I don't know how long they can last. Lordy! Oh, and by the way, the monsters are headed this way. You guys should probably make plans to fight them off. Where's Captain Pat? 6. Sergeant Friday? Not Mary Kramer? Everyone's sick except us. Before becoming incommunicado, Sergeant Friday did manage to say that he arranged for a telegram with contents he was unable to disclose to be sent to St. Pierre. But what the outcome of that's going to be remains to be seen. It appears that it's going to be up to you two stout warriors. I'll help as best I can, but after 40 straight hours without sleep, I don't think... Scene 210, Gonorilla and Rigor. Let's see. Ginger, you've been reading Gonorilla.
Mhm.
Valerie, you read Gonorilla this time.
Okay.
Okay, in action.
I don't feel too good, Rigor.
You don't smell too good either.
I think I'm dying.
I think you are too.
What happened to us? Did that witch put a spell on us?
No, we're just bad, that's all.
Rigor,
Yes?
if I have to die, I'm glad you're dying with me.
Same. Wait, what?
The stars are really bright over here.
Not over here. They're blocked out by Tonguezilla's shadow.
Oh, yes. Now I see the Bananaconda over here.
They're coming closer.
You think they're going to eat us?
I thought they absorbed nutrients from the soil.
Maybe they're too big for that now. Goodbye,
Fade to black. Okay. Scene 220, Harvey and Aminadab. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. Okay. They're at the clinic. Screaming Catheter is asleep. The monsters are approaching. They're the only two that can save the inhabitants of the island from the monsters. Aminadab is blind. Okay.
It's
Go ahead.
quiet.
Quiet.
Would you like me to make some noise?
No, I don't think so. Noise, noise, noise. Explosion.
I didn't do that.
What's happening, Harvey? What's happening?
The monsters are dead. There are people out there.
Scene 230. Let's see. Got a lot of people in this one. Whenever we come to, you're not. Whenever we come to a character that is played by someone who isn't here, somebody just jump in. Okay, got that?
Yes.
All right. First line is from General Malaise.
Your monsters are dead. We have killed.
Who are you?
I am Pierre du Petit Déjeuner, President of the People's Republic of Saint-Pierre et Miquelon. I am bringing help for you, doctors and supplies. Are you not glad to see us?
I am, but Aminadab can't see anything. Someone took his eyes out.
How unpleasant.
War is never a pleasant business. I am General Malaise of the St. Pierre's People's Army.
I am Dr. Vita Moreau West, Surgeon General of Saint Pierre et Miquelon.
Until recently, Dr. Moreau West was on the faculty of a prominent Midwestern American university.
We are here to help with your plague. Perhaps when it's brought under control, I can do something about this man's injuries.
And I am...
Sergeants do not introduce themselves. Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
We have brought with us much medical supplies and equipment. I need someone to do Dixie.
What's
Doesn't
happening?
Doesn't matter if you're reading another character in there.
What's happening?
We were out in the bay and saw your boat heading this way, and whoa, what is this?
They killed the monsters.
And they brought doctors and lots of elements of medical.
Pelicans of medical, Aminadab, have you been hanging out with Rope? What happened to your eyes?
They're in his pocket.
We must first speak with your doctor in charge. Where is your medical facility?
Oh, I think this is pretty much it.
Where is Sergeant Friday?
He's in the clinic.
He's helping with the patients.
He is a patient.
Can I see him?
I don't think you want to see him right now.
Harvey, why don't you take Dr. Moreau West inside to see Screaming Catheter?
The rest of us will begin unloading of supplies.
I hope you brought a lot of toilet paper. Okay, good. Scene 240. Screaming Catheter, Moreau West, and Doctor Who.
From the top?
I'm going to volunteer to read Doctor Who. Anyway.
I can do it.
Thank you. Starts with Moreau West.
All right. Fascinating.
This
She
is where-
insert. Oh, I'm sorry.
This is where Moreau West and Screaming Catheter are going over Doctor Who's notes and seeing if they can figure out something to go back to play. All right, continue.
Fascinating. She inserted the genes for the eyeball anomaly into the E. coli bacterium. Quite an accomplishment.
And then the bacterium infected everyone.
No, her reports become difficult to follow here, but it appears that the bacterium was infected by the very bizarre banana Masonic virus PU666, which incorporated those genes when it replicated. It is apparently this virus, which we now call Ebola virus, which has infected your people.
Hey, just canvassing the crowd here. What do y'all think works better, to say Ebola virus or Ebola virus? Obviously, it's a pun.
Did I mispronounce it?
No, we
Oh,
talked
okay.
about this some, Ginger.
Yeah.
I personally like the Ebola virus.
Ebola.
The pun is obvious, but it still reads.
I like it.
Okay. All right, we'll make it Ebola virus then.
Okay.
But you can cure it, can you not?
Oh, no. The effects are permanent. Just kidding. Yes, I believe I can effect a recovery. I'll need all of Doctor Who's notes that can be found. She appears also to have made extensive use of the notes of another researcher, an Elvis Carlosi.
Oh, he was the brilliant scientist who built these facilities. Brilliant, but quite mad. Unfortunately, Doctor Who seems to have somehow acquired his persona, as it were.
It would be a great help if I could consult with her.
She is not well. Not here and not well.
I got better.
Okay, scene 250. We need a Dixie, a Who. I'll read the president, and we
I'll
have
do Dixie.
So we need a Dixie and a Who.
I'll do Dixie.
All right. Do we have a Who?
I can read Who as well.
Okay, we have a Dixie and a Who. All right, take it away.
The waiting is so hard.
Yes. The Major is your head of state.
Yes, she is our elected president. She's off the island on vacation right now.
Would you say she is a good president? Oh, yes, she's very nice.
You consider niceness as an important quality in an elected official?
Why should we elect an asshole?
Good question.
This island is so beautiful. I love how you've left everything looking so natural.
I like to watch things grow.
That is very nice.
Photon likes to kill things and hide the remains.
Who is Photon?
My wife, she's on vacation in Labrador with Kinky and the Major. She hates trees. She cuts down trees so more grass can be mowed.
Do you mow grass here on this island?
No, we don't have a lawnmower.
Maybe that's why your wife went to Newfoundland. They don't have trees or grass.
He loves poison and weed eaters. I hate them.
Well, as long as you're able to compromise.
Oh, yeah, they compromises. She does what she wants, and he does what she wants.
Not all the time. Some people like noise, some people don't.
Oh, here comes Doctor Who.
It worked. Everyone has faces again. No fever, no other symptoms.
Hey, wow, that's great, that's great.
They still need to remain bedridden for a couple of days, but they are malnourished and dehydrated and very weak. Are they contagious? Dr. Marie-West says they are not.
Doctor Who, we owe you an enormous debt of gratitude.
If I am executed for my crimes, now I will die content.
Oh, no, Doctor Who. You're not going to be held responsible for what you did while you were sick. Your trial is just a formality. Captain Pat is such a stick up the butt for rules.
And maybe that's a good thing. In a nation as young as ours, we don't want to give the impression that due process is optional.
Ollie, have you been reading again? 260, Growth, Dixie's, Pat, and Friday. So, I need a Dixie and a Friday. Anyone. Preferably a man for Friday and a woman for Dixie.
I can do Dixie.
I'll read Friday.
I was trying to give someone else a chance.
Yeah, I know. I'll read Friday.
If you want me to do Dixie again, I will.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Now is your approach the throne.
Is that an order?
No.
I'm sorry. I
order.
misread that. I'm sorry.
It's hard to approach the throne if you're kneeling. I mean, it's easier
I
to
know.
approach the throne and then kneel.
I read the line wrong. I'm sorry. Grope, give me that line again.
Kneel and approach the throne.
In that order?
Mr. Grove, you are under arrest. Again.
You can't arrest me. I'm the president. The greatest president the world has ever seen.
Don't you want to know what you're charged with?
Doesn't matter. It's all a Democratic hoax. You can't arrest the president. I'll just fire you and hire somebody I like. I just pardon myself anyway. Don't you people get it? I do whatever I want.
Well, leaving aside for the moment the fact that you're no longer president.
And never were president here.
Read the charges, Pat.
Oh, well, I sort of lost the warrant. But it was about bringing your horrible daughters here and stealing from the storeroom and taking advantage of Doctor Who when she was nutso to help her spread disease and monsters, and aiding and abetting after the fact the DIing of Aminadab, and basically just being here at all since we made you go away. Told you never to come back.
That's great. That's great. I love that. Scene 270, ouch, a lot of characters in this. All right, look over the list of characters, everyone, and pick out one who's being portrayed by someone who isn't here, and when that time comes, jump in.
I'll keep doing Weston Dixie.
I don't care who does what, but you know, when you see a name and you think you might like to do that one, and if nobody else, especially if nobody else does it, Harold and William, let's see. Harold, you're not, yes, you are in this one. Never mind. Or are you? Yes, you are. Your character isn't it. You can still do another male character. Well, whichever one you want.
I don't think I have a page for 270.
You're not, because you're not in this. So it'd be hard for you to read one, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Anyway, we'll just see what happens. Let's just start. Pat. Captain Pat, are you awake?
Oh, Yeah, I'm sorry. I was listening to everybody. I thought we were still divvying parts. Okay, here we go.
No, all right, let's do it that way. All right, we have Pat, we have Aminadab, we have Harvey, we have Screaming Catheter, we have Dances with Asparagus. I'll do the president again. We have Malaise, we have Fromage, we have Moreau West. All right, we need a Who and a Dixie and a Friday.
Can do Who.
I have Dixie.
I'm sorry?
I have Dixie.
I
All
can
right, Peter has Dixie. We need a Who and a Friday. Harold, you want to do Friday? All right, we still need a Dixie.
I said I was going to do Dixie.
Oh, you're doing Dixie. Oh, we need a Who.
I can do Who.
All right, we got a Who. All right.
All right, ready?
And we're ready.
On behalf of all the citizens of Boggy Marsh Swamp Island, I want to sincerely express our sincere gratitude to you all in saving us from that terrible virus.
Well, you should all be immune now. And you have the vaccine if the virus should appear again.
I know you're anxious to get back to your own island, Dr. Moreau.
That's Moreau West.
Anybody get the joke?
Huh?
Does anyone get the joke there?
Yes.
Okay.
The island of Dr. Moreau?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Continue. What happens now with Dr. Who?
She'll have to stand trial.
But surely she was not responsible for her actions.
She helped save all of you from the virus.
That will be brought out at the trial.
Oh, pooh.
Sergeant, you are sergeant. Remember.
Yes, sir.
What about Aminadab's eyes?
You said that once the virus was under control, you'd help them with that.
It is above and beyond my level of expertise, you see.
You still have the eyes?
Oh yes, and a special nutrient broth Dr. Who developed.
Fascinating. Does he have any other separated body parts?
No, just the eyes, as far as I know.
And you want what? To put them back in?
Yes, please.
And work?
Yes, it would mean a lot to me. And me.
I don't think that's possible. I have successfully implanted eyeballs in a number of species, but that was using a special formula I developed at the University of the name, which I shall not mention, which I no longer have the means of producing. Also, these specimens were genetically engineered, but perhaps this specimen could be genetically engineered as well.
I ain't no bleeding specimen.
Shut up, Aminadab. Do you want your eyes back or don't you?
No genetic engineering. That's how Dr. Who caused all that trouble in the first place.
I'm so sorry, Aminadab.
Not your fault, Dr. Who.
Yes, it is. If I hadn't lost my mind and tried to collaborate with that disgusting lunatic Grope, then his two horrible daughters wouldn't have done those terrible, beastly things they did.
But it wasn't you, Doctor Who. You were possessed by that mad, evil scientist, Elvis Carlossi. It was him that did all that bad stuff.
Thank you, Dixie, but no. It was me. I was insane, but it was me.
Doctor, were you discussing the feasibility of replacing Aminadab's eyes? Replacing them with what?
You mean putting his eyes back in. Would that work?
I do not think it is possible.
Dr. Moreau West, I heard you mention a formula. Would that be FU 911?
Yes, you know of it?
Of course. I have read with great interest the papers you published at
Don't say the name.
that Midwestern University. Also, in his own notes, Dr. Carlossi made some further speculations on that matter. I believe that with the equipment he left behind here, we could reproduce that formula.
If so, then it might be possible to reattach the eyes of this man, and without using stops.
We've got to let them try.
Doctor Who, you are hereby released upon your own recognizance in order to try to put Aminadab's eyes back in. Pat.
Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry. She'll still have to stand trial afterwards. It's the law. None of us is above the law.
Yeah. Scene 280. We have Moreau West. We have Screaming Catheter. We have Aminadab. I need a Doctor Who.
I can do it.
Okay, good girl.
You could do it.
Good. All right, take it away.
Doctor? His eyes move.
Aminadab, can you see?
I see everything twice.
How many fingers do you see?
Two.
How many fingers now?
Two.
How many now?
Two.
Well, unusual, but this side effect of the procedure will go away in time. Probably.
Okay, who knows where I stole that from?
No idea.
No.
Catch 22.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie in freaking
Well,
decades.
I don't know if it's in the movie. I got it from the novel.
Oh, from the book. Okay. I've never read the book. I've seen the movie.
All right. Scene 290. Who do we not have? We have Harvey, we have dances, we have Grope, we have a Dixie and a Friday. You don't have a copy of 290? Let's see. All right. Yeah, see if you can read over my shoulder. I'll point when your line comes up. All right. Have we got a, do we have a, who did I, well, I don't have, that'd be fine. Doctor Who is in this, but I don't have her name listed. So I need a Doctor Who. Who wants to be who?
I can do it.
All right. All right. Harvey dances, Grope, Dixie. Do I have a Dixie?
That's me.
All right. Dixie, Pat. Harold's doing Friday, and I did get a Doctor Who, right?
Yes.
All right. For some reason I didn't put that character down there. Oh well. Anyway, onward. Harvey.
We find the defendant, Doctor Who, not guilty because she was crazy, but she's better now and we like her and she helped put Aminadab's eyes back in and we burned that darn cape and put the ashes in the ocean.
What about Grope?
Oh, he's guilty as hell.
It was that skank Alice Who's fault. And those bitch daughters of mine. Damn, my daughters. And that crazy guy with the wine bucket. And the witch. And yours, it's your fault.
Who's he talking to?
Dixie. Who's doing Dixie?
Oh, sorry. Okay. Mr. Grope, your daughters are dead. Does that not mean anything to you?
And I'm sure they're both looking down on us, happy and proud that the economy is so great and black unemployment is down a whole bunch. And that I'm doing such a terrific job.
Jury has heard the defendant Grope's appeal and rules that he is still guilty as hell.
So, what are we going to do with him?
We keep making him go away, and he keeps coming back and causing more trouble. And now there's two of him.
I guess we'll just have to kill him.
Yeah, well, what else?
Wait a minute. Maybe I have no right to speak because of what I've done, but are we really going to take this man's life? Aren't we as bad as he is if we do that?
No. No.
Okay, maybe not, but does he really deserve the death penalty?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Does he? What's he actually done? To us, I mean. I know he's done plenty to the United States, but he wasn't tried here for that.
He has, one more than one occasion, attempted to enlist foreign help to take control of this island.
Okay, that's pretty bad, but to kill him?
Doctor Who, with a population as small as ours, it is simply not feasible to keep someone like him in confinement for the rest of his life.
He's no danger without political or military power, and there is very little prospect of him acquiring either. Why don't we just let him go? Not here, of course.
We could take him to Mexico, let him go there.
Good idea. Or Guatemala. Or Somalia.
Well, getting him into those countries?
Luxembourg.
Wyoming.
The Miami burial.
No, nowhere in the United States. We want to stay on good terms with America.
Haiti.
Yes.
Yes.
But how will we get him into, well, what was the word? Haiti?
Into Haiti.
Haiti. How will we get him into Haiti?
A mile offshore, we sedate him because he's unconscious, put him in a motorboat, aimed at the Haitian shore. We plant papers on him proving that he was coming to assassinate the Haitian president.
I knew there was a reason I loved you.
Let's get busy and plan the mission to Haiti.
Okay.
Think you're all so smart, don't you? Haiti, when we came here, you said very few ventilators in this country. If you don't look for problems, you won't have any. There is a cooling and there is a heating. If Hillary Clinton can't satisfy her husband, what makes her think she can satisfy America? My fingers are long and beautiful. Nobody can build a wall like me. I don't repeat myself. I don't. Jesus Christ, he's got a mouthful. Repeat myself. I will apologize in the distant future if I am ever wrong. Belgium is a beautiful city. I feel like a supermodel, except like times 10. It's an amazing thing when you think you know where they can, out of nowhere, out of the wind, they make energy. I don't think Ivanka would do that, although she does have a very nice figure. I said if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. Jesus Christ, I don't know if I read that. We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
I'll have to change that name. I didn't think of that. Yeah, that'll have to be a different name. Very good. Very good.